Welcome back, everybody, for another piece of CS Money content. Of course, I'm talking about Skin Origins. Where we have a sit down with the man behind the skin to get a better idea as to who creates your luxury items. My friends, I am joined today by ClegFX, or Chris. I hope you're doing well, dude, today.
Oh, no, thank you for having me, man. It's an honor.
Yeah, an honor. I like that. Straight out the gate. A little respect to respect, man. First and foremost, I'm assuming you own skins. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, right?
Yeah, I do own skins.
So, of course, for those of you guys who do not know the creations of Clegg, I would say biggest skins, Point Disarray and Primal Saber. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. What are some of the smaller skins that maybe you've either thrown on the workshop that have been implemented in the game that, you know, any mil-spec quality stuff or things that kind of fly under the radar also from you?
Besides Primal Saber and Point Disarray is the Red Aster for the CZ Sing 5, the Ghost Crusader, SSG. Man, I haven't played Counter-Strike in a minute. But, and then, Stone Cold Galil and the... What was the other one? Oh, yeah, the P250. See you later.
The see you later. Yeah, all right, man. So, I mean, a nice collection of skins that I think are, you know, varying across different weapons and also varying in styles a lot. We had JTPNZ on, the creator of the Print Stream collection, you know, kind of like what I see as like, you know, like a new wave Asimov type thing. Like it seems like it's going to be a collection of skins and maybe not just a one-offs. But in your case, you know, you've got like a nice collection of different items. So I really get behind that, man. Speaking of different things, I asked you which one you'd have to keep with. I would ask you to please name 3 top skins from Counter-Strike that are not yours. Your 3 top skins.
First off is it's called the Fuel Injector. It's one of my favorites. It's like
an mechanic looking AK.
Yeah, and then there's another one made by my friends. I can't remember what the name of it is. I think it's like is it the Tooth Fairy one? No.
Yeah, the M4A4. Okay.
Yeah, that one's in game, right? I love that one. And then,
it's like a creepy looking Norwegian Tooth Fairy monster.
Yep, and then one more is my other homies, Connie's, the one that just came out for the M4. It's like a futuristic one too. Oh, what is it called? It's the new M4 that just came out in the latest case. Yeah, cybersecurity.
Yeah, yep. I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, cybersecurity is pretty banging. You know, black base skin, the neon colors on it and whatnot. You know, kind of a bit of a throwback, I think, to like the Asimov.
Actually, Print Stream is definitely one of my favorites too. I was gonna give props to the creator because I'm a huge like tech wear sucker, and all those decals and everything remind me of like stuff you see on tech wear or cyberpunk.
If you could collaborate with a skin maker, is there anybody, any particular name that comes to mind?
There's one guy. I mean, I can name another name that I know, but the other guy I'm talking about, he does these. He does the shattered M4. It looks like an illusion when you hold it from a first person.
The leaded glass.
It looks 3D, but it's not. Yep. It's flat. Yep. So he does a lot of like illusions and stuff. I would love to collaborate with the homies from 2 Minds. So the Louisa from 2 Minds, they did the Tooth Fairy. They're dope. They're dope as hell.
Yeah. I think that's a solid choice, man. I do appreciate some of the 3-dimensional effects that the guys are throwing into the skins, right? Like some of the engravings. Once somebody buys your skin and owns it and applies sticker to it, I think in the mind of the user, that becomes their weapon. I take what was yours and I make it mine. That's how I feel around that. And I'm just curious, how do you feel when people put stickers on your skin and change the overall look? And then secondly, as the second question to this, when you're creating a skin, do you take that into consideration?
First off, I love it when people play stickers on the skins because I originally had a background in graffiti. So nice. You're used to, like, when you go and tag a wall, someone's always going to tag something over your current piece, your mural, whatever you want to do, right? I mean, what we're doing as a skin designer is that we're placing a sticker on a canvas, which is valves. I love when things evolve over time. I always want people to, because I'm a very community-oriented person. If I create something, I want someone to take it, remodify it, and create the evolution of that design. So stickers, yes, like super cool, because I always want people to feel like they're involved somehow, right? And Some of the skins I do take into consideration with sticker placement. It's more of my simple skins, like the Stone Cold Galil. It was a more basic skin. It wasn't mil spec. What's the rarity? Restricted. That one was more simple, so that you can place stickers on top of. And then some I design without sticker placement in mind, but it's so complicated anyways. Like when you throw a sticker on there, it works. Like I don't know. It's just yeah.
The evolution of art is something that I think you recognize as value, right? Like you even if we're not the guys behind designing the skins, we're the guys behind the crafts. So that's really good to hear, man, from the horse's mouth.
I mean, like if there's another skin designer that hates that, I mean, they're contradicting themselves, because a skin is essentially a big fat sticker on a gun that covers the
sure. Yeah. Big old sticker wrap, man. Yeah. My question here is, right now, obviously everything you've created is gun oriented, because Valve kind of keep a tight leash on knife, glove, and agent designs. What do you think of the possibility of community creators getting behind those instead?
I actually did a knife design that went viral back in 2016 with the actor Danny Trejo. I did this commercial with him where he was promoting my Counter-Strike skins, and it went super viral.
I remember that.
We did a knife called Snakebite together on there, because Danny Trejo was known for knives, and he's machete, so he always holds that machete in his film with Robert Rodriguez. But the knife went viral, and I thought it was a really good chance that Valve was going to add it. But I would love to design a knife or a glove for CSGO. But I hope they open that up to the community, especially if they let us design the actual knife and not just skin it. Because a lot of the workshop,
you mean the knife itself, right?
Yeah, the knife itself. We all understand 3D asset creation, so that'll be dope just to make a knife from scratch.
You have any good ideas you want to share off the top of your head? You keeping those locked up secret?
Not a knife, but it'd be dope to do throwing stars.
From skin creator to mechanic introducer, dude. I can get behind that. What do you think about agent skins?
No, I just like to make badass shit, dude.
Yeah, all right,
so
nice.
If it looks, I like to go way over the top with my design. So if I can make it look really, really, really cool, I'm all for it. But I wish we can all design agent skins too, because that would be a really cool opportunity for all skin creators. Yep.
If it messes with your gameplay, it's not your fault, man. You're the artist. You can't pin down an artist, Dota, right?
Think about this, because I originally came from the Dota 2 workshop.
Sure.
And it used to be insanely strict, right? Oh, Valve said stick to the silhouette. It's got to match the hero's aesthetics, But as the game got older, everything broke the rules. There's like skins that are accepted by Valve that don't even look like that hero, right? People just got used to it, and they know, hey, that's a skin for that hero, and they know. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure. I did get confused because I used to play Dota 2 heavily, but I got confused sometimes when I was playing a game, and there'll be a hero that does not look like that hero at all. It has a skin on that makes it look like another hero. So I can see where it kind of becomes an issue, especially if you have
game balance
or agent skins. Yeah. But other than that, no, man, I don't get take game balance into consideration.
I was good though, man. That's not your responsibility. I like that. Artists should be unleashed, man. I was gonna save these until I kind of got through like the general consensus questions, but seeing as you just brought up the fact that you do have roots in Dota 2 skin design and item design there, I wanted to ask, do you still actively design for both games? And in terms of, like, if I may ask, like profiting off of your creations, what is the contrast there? If in today's video, obviously we're speaking to the Counter-Strike community, and CSGO and Dota, we like to lock horns from time to time. What's it like being a skin creator for CSGO versus Dota 2?
CSGO, I feel like, is much more easier. Dota 2, you got to create all the assets from scratch. Like, you're a game asset creator. Like, you have to model in 3D. But the thing is, you do that in CSGO. Like, when I first got into CSGO, I was one of the first to really implement like fake normal maps, because I came from the Dota 2 scene. And so I kind of overcomplicated the skin creation process in CSGO. But I actually enjoy CSGO more because I feel like you can pump out more faster. Like Dota 2 would take months, like a month. Like, so I mean, you can get away with like 2 weeks, but I've seen creators take months on one set, and sometimes it doesn't even get accepted. But for your question on creating skins, I'm actually working on a massive skin drop right now with Brock Hoffer, who created the Hyper Beast. We've been working on it for about a year already. But
that's a strong collab.
Yeah. It's going to be super dope, and I'm actually bringing in some other CS:GO skin designers in as well into it, and it's dope because we're actually dropping NFTs alongside with it. So because I know a lot of people always complain that you can't. You're always submitting skins and they don't get accepted, but now with the NFT space, you can basically make another rendition of it, not as a gun, but something else, and then publish that as an NFT and make residuals from it, which is awesome. Yeah. So I feel like now is a really exciting time to enter into the skin space. Definitely. Yeah.
Nice, man. I like the fact that you've obviously, you've got this, you've got this all figured out. You're hitting this from different angles. When it comes to the Steam Workshop itself, I just, for the final kind of general question, what do you think is like the secret to your success? What is it about your designs, or what is it about your approach that has led to you having so many different weapons across so many different games, all included?
I really owe it to my background designing for marketing agencies, the music industry and stuff. And it's kind of getting a feel for different, I know you can't make art for everybody, but because I work with all those kind of guys, I kind of understand people and what they want. So I do make art for myself, but sometimes I make art knowing I'm trying to target a specific demographic, right? So I'll make something knowing that this group of people would adore it. So it's more of my marketing mindset, right? Like, so I feel like that's what kind of makes my stuff successful, is just having a marketing background. Like, I know exactly how to market stuff, and then making all like the marketing materials for it. That's why I did like the Danny Trejo commercial and to market my skins.
Yeah, it was smart. Honestly, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was your collaboration. But I mean, as you said, right, that was a few years ago, and the moment you mentioned it, I was like, I remember the day Danny Trejo showed up on the CSGO Reddit for what seemed like the most obscure of reasons. So well played, bro.
And people were like, they thought I was ballsy because I made Danny Trejo kind of, they thought it was a threat to Gabe. Because he held a knife at the end. He's like, "Hey, Gabe, I know you like knives," but I was like, it's just they don't take it too seriously. They think I was trying to make a threat. Oh, now he's not going to get skins accepted. But then I got skins accepted after. Anyway, so.
How do the people close to you, how do your friends and family kind of react to the fact that you're profiting and also spending time on cosmetic design for virtual items in a globally popular video game?
No, I've always been in entertainment media. So like, it's not just graffiti. So I worked in the hip hop industry for 12 years, designing album covers and mixtape art and websites and all that for record labels like Def Jam and all that. And then from there, I migrated over to film. So I've done like a few movies, one on Netflix. And so they're used to that. So skins and the game industry, that kind of stuff was just like, oh, that's a Chris thing. You know what I mean? Like, because they knew I always get bored and hop into different areas of art in entertainment. My family thinks it's very interesting because they're not used to virtual economies or virtual skins or anything. It's only 3, because I've been doing this since 2013, and they kind of got the idea because since I came from the film background, and they're used to me being a visual effects artist, so I do a lot of visual effects in 3D. So I've been doing 3D since I was a kid, right? So they got it, but the idea of selling it was something that kind of threw them off. Yeah, and then especially with the whole NFT boom too, they were like, "Wait, is this the same thing as Counter-Strike?" I was like, "Yeah, it kind of is. It's
comparable."
Yeah, digital items, reselling it on a secondary market. So I mean, they at first they were kind of like not weirded out, but just like confused.
Yeah, that's how it all works.
Now
right?
they get it. They understand it now. They understand this is the future. Like, this is skins is gonna go beyond the video games. It's gonna be a worldwide thing that the mainstream adopts. Yeah.
So the artistic side is expected. It's just more so around how you're implementing and profiting off of it. So, out of curiosity, before we move beyond to some more focused questions on your skins, as the representative of the CS community at this moment, speaking to the guy who marketed his items to us, bro, what is the CSGO market? What is how did you hit our demographic? What's our selling point, man?
So I feel like when I targeted the CSGO market, I'm targeting myself because I grew up on like Counter-Strike 1.6. And in Source, because I'm a Half-Life 2 fanatic, so I understand Valve and everything about Valve software and all their IPs and everything. And because of that, I'm able to. It's like I'm designing for myself, which is the CSGO audience. And so I know it sounds kind of weird, but
One
yeah,
of us.
Exactly. So
I feel you, man. That's the best answer.
Yeah.
It's the best answer you could have given us.
Is the CSGO community. Yeah, we all play the same thing. We all went through the Gary's mod phase. Like I played Team Fortress 2. Like the whole evolution, I looked at myself. I'm like, okay, I went from Team Fortress 2. I played Half-Life 2. I'm pretty sure everybody that adores Valve software and all their IPs would have almost a similar kind of mindset, right? So that works. That basically gave me a grasp, of the people.
And like you said earlier, man, you're never going to please everybody. Art, it's always subjective. Right now, because of the perfect world CS:GO version, and China's digital item laws and whatnot, Valve had to redraw the design of your Primal Saber. Is that something that you were approached about? You redrew it. Okay.
Yeah, I redrew it. Yeah, they came to me and they're like, hey, we're releasing Counter-Strike in China, there's rules, etc. And they asked me like, hey, can you redraw it? I was like, hell yeah. So I went
let's do it
to work and I redid that whole thing in like a couple days and then sent it back to them. Yeah.
All right. And obviously Primal Saber came out first. You got a chance to redesign something. Now, I've always kind of played around with this thought of like, what if skin designers could go back and edit? Like somebody could have released something 3 years ago that in hindsight, they may not like themselves, or there's that one little detail that they're like, oh, I should have changed before it was released. Of the two versions, since you are one of the few creators who has had a chance to make two versions of the same gun, essentially, which of the two do you prefer?
The original, man.
Yeah,
the original. Yeah, because I'm a sucker for bones or anything like skulls and all that. So, the original. But what's weird is I read like I went on Reddit though. There was a lot of people that like the newer version. Like I've seen, I could
kind of see that. Yeah. Personally, I own the Primal Saber. So that is my skin, and I've seen both versions.
Awesome.
I'm there with you, man. I like the original. I think popping it in with the cyan as well in the background. It's just a really sick color scheme. I wanted to ask as well about the. You said you have the collaboration with Brock Hoffer, correct? Yeah. So it's the M4A4 Bio War. Is that the working title still?
Yeah, that one, that's the old collab. Because I did a few collabs with them, but I did one with him and Fnatic, the esports team, and Bio War. But that's the old collab. We're doing a whole case together this time. We're calling
like you said, that big drop.
Yeah, where it's a working title, but it's called the Trip Case. So it's like it's all inspired by like psychedelics and spirituality and all that.
Down.
This is gonna be dope. So yeah, it's a really dope case. But we're planning on dropping the case this year, but like one skin a week. We just have to set a date. Like it was supposed to be earlier this year, but I had to keep on pushing it back. But yeah, this is gonna be a really, really cool case. I've never seen anybody. I mean, I've seen a couple skins dive into that realm, where it's like a whole bunch of trippy stuff. But this one, the whole case is inspired by that, like the whole case. Yeah.
I really like this idea of like the mass drops, or just like a whole collection of like a general theme, and then obviously it's up to Valve to kind of pick and choose, and to pull whatever they like the most out of that. But I just like the fact that you guys are kind of designing this with many options. It's almost like you're kind of feeling out the field, seeing as there's so many different varieties within your designs. Which of yours do you like the most?
Primal Saber.
Primal Saber? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Primal Saber, yeah.
First and foremost, appreciate you having given us your time. Lastly, man, like what's the future got in store for you? What do you have going on? Let the people know, man. Like what else is behind Chris?
Yeah. I co-founded Artifact. So it's the biggest NFT brand right now. We're the ones that did the $3.1 million in sneakers. But it's all inspired by Steam. So this is why I love the NFT space. I was actually behind the whole NFT thing for a while before it started blowing up. So the idea was coming from the skin scene. I'm like, man, skins need to be mainstream, not just living on Counter-Strike or Dota 2. I want the world to own skins and make it an extension of yourself, just like your phone, your mobile phone. You're a cyborg, essentially, if your mobile phone's an extension of yourself. So I want people to trade skins, NFTs, on a daily basis out of the game. But what we're doing is we're making our NFTs tied to video games. Like we're talking to big video game publishers where your one NFT can live. Imagine your Counter-Strike skin could be used in Fortnite, Dota 2, and a bunch of other games. And you can use it in AR. Then you could redeem it for physical. So I've been running Artifact, and we just recently closed our funding. So we're on our Series A. So that's been a crazy life for me because I've never ran a tech startup in my life before. I came from the entertainment industry and making skins and everything, and now I'm running a tech company. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah. And I'm doing I'm doing a case too. So I contacted a bunch of CSGO skin designers, and I'm making them skin sneakers. And I'm dropping my own case on my own website where people pay, they can unbox these and get sneakers, like skin sneakers. Yep.
I'm gonna say, man, I think a lot of guys who are behind skin designing and workshop designing maybe just see it as a hobby. And even though it's just one of many facets that you've clearly got going on, I think I speak for people in CS to like be thankful for the fact that you have an attachment to Steam, to Counter-Strike, to the history of Valve, and yet you've continued on to go do things that are far bigger and even more successful, man. I know clearly, even just by talking to you here, dude, that you're not going to forget your roots. You're very self-aware of your inspiration, and it's really cool to have you being a part of our community, man. And it's really cool that you were able to give us some of your time today. I really do appreciate it, and I really do appreciate that you're going on to do bigger and better things. So thank you for being a part of Skin Origins.
Thank you so much for having me.